Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning.
What a wonderful way to start my Monday.
Me too.
How are you doing?
Okay, and you?
I am doing good too. I got my pattern in the mail. I'm excited to show you all.
Oh, good. I
Yeah.
sent you a message on your Facebook page for your Soulspire, but
Oh,
I'll tell you about it now.
okay.
There's a girl who, a young woman, her name is Kimberly. I don't remember her last name, but she's starts from the very beginning on how to sew a dress.
Oh, really?
Yes. The site is called, I didn't get a chance to watch it, and I just heard about it over the weekend. So great to know.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, she is too.
Oh, how exciting. Thank you so much. And I also ordered my French ruler too.
Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. So, do you order much on Amazon?
Um, mm, Not a lot, but some. Yeah, I put.
Because,
I give it to
oh,
my daughter to order for me because she has. I don't order a lot, and she does. So she has the free shipping.
oh, Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I can look.
normally, they give you a shipping range, and then if you choose the free shipping, it says it takes longer, but I find they ship just as fast every
Oh,
time. So I'm hoping because I chose the free shipping, it will still get here fast. But
yeah.
if not, I might have to make my second one using the ruler because it won't be here in time. But
Yeah.
we'll
That's
see. I
okay.
mean,
We never used those when we were learning how to sew
oh,
garments in junior high school.
yeah. And I mean, I would imagine they're probably like, how long have they been around?
Mm, Probably
Yeah.
forever.
Oh, you think so? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I
Okay.
do. Um, you learn more about that when you want to learn. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Thank you for joining us. We match. How are you doing today?
Doing well. You?
I'm doing good too. I'm in Virginia. Where are
I'm
you at?
I'm in Arizona.
Oh, it's early for you.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Good news. Good news is we're going to be adding a later sip and sew next week. So if you don't like to wake up this early, you'll have a little bit more time next week.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's not
And
that I don't like getting up early. It's just my cat thinks I still have more things to do for her while at this time of day.
absolutely. And I'm an early riser myself. How about you, Cheryl? Do you get up early?
No, I'm not a morning person.
Is this early for you?
This isn't early. I'm usually like 8 or 8:30, but since the quarantine, my hours are all messed up because I don't sleep good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're probably not getting as much sunshine either, and that helps you sleep.
Oh, it does? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
never
Oh,
knew
yeah,
that.
yeah. When you spend time outdoors, you sleep really well.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Do you have a porch or a patio or anything where you can go out and just soak up a little sun?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, see if that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning,
Yeah.
It's nice to
Andrea.
see you.
Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
I absolutely love starting my week like this.
It is fun.
Yeah, yeah. And even way before COVID, you never got to start your week with creative minds, right?
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice. I think we're all gonna get hooked on this.
That's very true. I used to just sew into the night.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want, is it Olivia or what is your first?
It's KC. It's my first two initials.
KC. Okay. And then you have a hyphenated last name.
Right.
I couldn't pick out the first name and all of that, but I'd love for you to have a chance to introduce yourself to the group and tell us how you found us and what you like to sew.
So I my name is Casey. I'm originally from Connecticut. My husband is originally from Arizona. So we were in Connecticut and now we're moving to Arizona. And so right now we're living in an RV. So my sewing is limited by certain, spatial factors. But when we were packing the truck to go cross country, I managed to make sure that my sewing machine fit behind the seat and that I had a box of notions and threads and, the bare minimum of things that I might need and a couple of, I gave myself one tote bag of projects, things that needed, UFOs that needed to be finished or, whatever. And so that was my limit. I can only fill it up so far. And then that was, I worked on those as we came across the United States, being able to sew.
You're a real sewer.
Wow.
Yes,
You're a
you
trooper.
are living my dream, Casey. That
Yeah.
is so amazing. Are you all keeping a blog or anything, or is there a way for?
Now, well, Dave and I kind of put together, as we were traveling, we put together a newsletter kind of thing that we sent out to our friends that we would send every week or so of where we were, pictures and things like that. And then since we got here, I've been keeping a sewing journal, which I had not done before. So just try to kind of, because I can't sew as much as I would like. So I'm kind of thinking about, doing things like, watching videos online and what have I learned. I put that in my sewing journal so that my brain, even if I can't feed the fabric through the sewing machine as much as I like.
You feed it through your mind.
Yeah.
That is so wonderful. I started keeping a design notebook / journal this year as well to capture. A lot of times I'll have ideas, but I won't have the time to put them together yet, and to capture those, as well as, like you said, the thoughts associated with the project, which are really telling as well.
Yes, it is.
Especially for, I think all creative minds kind of are self-critical, like you'll look at it and you'll be like, is this good enough, or should I fix this? And so that's an interesting place to determine where to let perfection just fade and, what's good enough. Do any of you consider yourself to be like sewing perfectionists, where you just can't let it go unless it's precise?
That's me. Yeah, that's
Is
me.
it, Kim?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I
Okay.
used to be.
How did you transition out of that, Elaine?
There wasn't enough time. I didn't finish anything. I had a whole bunch of UFOs. And then the next sparkly thing comes along and I put that stuff aside and I start the new one.
Was it a certain age range? Like, did it correlate any with your children leaving the house or anything? And you
Just getting older.
And wiser.
And having to read something over and over because I have to see it more so than reading it. I don't have that 3D. I just can't envision something unless I see it.
I'm like that too.
Yeah.
I learn quicker if somebody shows me something also, rather than trying to read it. And when I was younger, I used to have to read directions to put something together. I used to have to read them out loud, so it would sink in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be called a learning disability today.
No.
It would, really. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a learning difference.
Yeah, it's how you process.
Yeah. And I share the same difference
Yeah,
as you.
difference.
why-
That's good.
Yes. But one of my good friends told me, It actually has a newfangled term called directional dyslexia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Ah.
you'll have to read up a little bit on that. I really connected with the description of it. But
Yeah.
all that being said, I'm sure I'm capable of following directions. I just think sometimes I just don't want to. So with this pattern, really, I'm not kidding. I'll be really challenging myself to focus and follow those directions
Mhm.
to make this work. Because I have had for years, like if not decades, a desire to know how to sew clothes, not for other people, just for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really is a dream too to be able to do it, but I'm going to have to find a way to work with my mind or, to just go step by step because I don't think there's another way to sew clothes other than step by step.
But years ago, there was one way to do it. Now your machines are different, your instructions are different, the language is different, and it was a whole new thing to learn over again. It used to be very easy, cut the pattern and sew it and wear it.
I was
And
wondering, Elaine, if you noticed when you buy the commercial patterns and the directions are on there, I find that they don't put everything in the directions that they used to put in.
Yeah,
used
you're
to.
right.
If
Yeah.
you're not a seasoned sewer or you've gotten away from garments like I did, going back and trying to remember things was a little more difficult. And then trying to go by their directions was horrid.
Yeah, right. In fact, there's a couple of, I call them sewing experts. They actually write to the companies and complain about the way they're putting things down.
Oh,
That,
good.
There's, what's her name? Joy Bernhardt. She hates patterns all the time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone have a problem printing out the pattern? The Lisa pattern?
I got mine professionally printed, so I have that to share with you all today. I'm going to give you a peek at it, but so I can't speak to printing it.
Did anyone
No.
print?
I didn't.
No.
Well, wait until you try to print. I
heard
used to
it's
do
not
the
fun.
PDFs all the time, and I mean, you click and it comes out. I can find A0 that you had, Andrea, but I can't find A4.
How about that technical guy that has is his name
Yeah.
Ken?
Kevin, yeah.
Kevin.
He's on today.
Would he be
Okay.
able to help you?
Oh, yeah, he's wonderful. You can ask him anything.
Oh, good.
And
Maybe.
I did see all of those options on my receipt page, Elaine.
Yeah.
I did see all of those. Did you have it was like 6 or 7 different links you could click on?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
But I've got Adobe, but I don't think I have the right one. Because you have to have Adobe that, matches what you're printing.
Ah.
So I'm going to have to ask Kevin what in the world,
Okay. And they had specific instructions for printing too. So that might help you if you find those.
I found him.
Okay. And then also to Audrey, who I believe was on our Friday chat, she said she was having trouble too, like getting her PayPal account to show up on that page. So I don't know. So we have the craziest technical things happening right now for people, right? That seem like they would be so obvious, but they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wonder if on a bigger system level, with updates, massive updates going on out there, if it doesn't mess stuff up a little.
Plus I have Windows 7 on the PC and I just got Windows 10. So it might be the Windows 7 that isn't cooperating.
Oh, and did you get your laptop turned on yet?
Yep, it's sitting right here. That was another thing. I said to Kevin, I've done this, this, and this. He said, Elaine, you're doing it exactly right. I said, but it's not working. It was the simplest thing where you put the numbers, where you lock your numbers. It's called numlock.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't on. So when I keyed in, the numbers were not going. It was, I mean, hours I was doing that. Kevin said, I don't know why. He emailed me. He stumped. And it was like, oh man, how dumb. A little thing. A little thing.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe you can open, oh goodness, maybe you can open the pattern on that computer. It will have different,
Well, I ran into a couple other things that he has to help me with, so I'm afraid to put something on it yet.
Mm.
okay, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, years ago, a PDF pattern, you clicked a key and you got your pattern. One time.
Yes. So, so you're not even seeing the pattern. You're clicking it, but you're not finding it opening up for you.
Right.
Okay, so he will be able to help you with that because it's somewhere in your downloads file.
Yeah, and
So
I've got
he just needs you to find that for you. Help
my
you find
downloads
that.
file is in the thousands, and it's bad.
Oh
Oh,
gosh, you probably
wow.
need to empty that.
Yeah.
Those things. It's time to do some
Yeah.
housekeeping.
Hard to
Yeah.
part with everything, isn't it?
No, you move it and you store the ones you want to keep, but thousands would be overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if anybody had Blueprint Craftsy, they're only giving us until August 20th to download our patterns.
Oh, I thought
Really?
someone was
I
buying
know
them.
patterns, but if you have your forever classes, they stayed.
Oh,
They're not going to store the patterns?
No, you have to do it yourself.
oh,
Ask me how many I have.
How many?
Oh,
Too many.
No, you tell us the truth. How many?
218.
218? Okay, next question. How many have you made?
Oh, maybe 5. But I love the patterns.
You're a pattern collector.
I'm a
So
collector.
some people collect fabric, some people collect sewing machines. You collect
Yeah.
patterns. At least yours are digital.
You know, I collect cookbooks too, and I actually can read a recipe and taste it and think that I've made it.
Really?
I can envision it.
No
Okay.
way. That's so cool.
It's like reading a novel.
That's neat.
But I do cook a lot, though. I do cook.
Oh, how fun is that? Next time I'm reading a recipe, I'm going to try and taste it without making it.
And you will.
Imagine, that's such a great way to save calories.
tell me, Elaine. Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask. Do you gain weight thinking about what it tastes like?
No, they're free calories. You know, since the pandemic started, I've lost 7 pounds.
Really?
I found them. I found
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing my shopping. My daughter is, and she only buys good things. Too healthy, very healthy. Very, very healthy. So I don't get the little things that I like every now and then. Chocolate and salt.
You'll have to
Mhm.
bake them and get the things you like.
Yes, like the cookies that I made the other day.
Yeah.
But I did stop sewing when I did. I gained weight after 2 pregnancies, and after that, I didn't sew for a long time.
Yeah, it's not fun when you have the extra
No.
weight.
Made a lot of maternity clothes, but don't need those.
Just 2 children, Elaine?
Yes.
Very nice. How about you, Casey? Do you have any children?
Yes, I have 2 grown children, Elsie and Tad.
Oh, wonderful. And are they worried about mom and dad on the road, or are they excited for you?
No, they're excited for us. Yeah. Well, funny story is that my daughter and her husband have moved temporarily to England for his job.
Oh, wow.
At the time we were planning all of our stuff. So we were kind of glad we didn't make our retirement plans based on their location.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have children, Cheryl?
2 daughters.
Oh, how splendid. Are they near you or are they far away?
They're near me. Yeah. If I would have moved to Arizona, like we looked at some places when we were out there, they would be far away. But my husband decided that he wanted to stay near them. So winter is on its way again.
Oh, already?
It will come.
In my head, I'm saying, gee, July is almost over.
Wait, it was the
I'm not an
fastest-
optimist, I guess.
It was the fastest month ever,
Yes.
July.
Mhm.
It doesn't it just seem like Independence Day,
Yeah.
no Independence Day, and then it's the end of July.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So fast. Do you have any children, Kim?
Yes, I have one daughter.
Wonderful. And I have 3 daughters and 1 son.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
So 3 of them are adults, and I have just 1 more, and she's almost 12.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
My
Yeah.
granddaughter's going to be 21 in a week.
Oh, that's fun.
And I
But what
don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
It just went too fast.
You
Yeah,
won't.
yeah.
You probably won't have to worry about her. The bars aren't open.
She's a very studious, nerdy person.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she's 6 feet tall.
Oh.
And the 17-year-old is 6 feet tall. They were both basketball players. And do you know, boys aren't really growing really tall anymore. They really don't date too much because everybody is much shorter than them.
Oh, Hmm.
Well, there are a few tall guys left. My Ashley found someone who's 6'8".
Oh, that's good.
Maybe he has a brother.
He's the
I went
tallest
to high
person I
school with a
know.
fellow that tall.
Wow. Well,
It's-
if you
it's
can
fun.
imagine the one when she was in junior high, and if she went to a dance and she was 6 feet tall already, she said, Grandma, envision where their head goes when you dance. And that tells you.
Oh, yeah, it would be hard in junior high, I think, for sure, to be the tallest girl.
Oh, yeah.
Their
Yeah.
father is 6'5" and my daughter is 5'11".
Oh, nice. How tall are you?
I used to be 5'6". I've shrunk to 5'3".
Well, that was a big shrink.
Yeah, I don't call it a physical disability. I call it a physical challenge.
A
That's
physical difference.
I don't stand straight. I bend over.
Oh, do you?
And I had back surgery and they thought maybe another one, but it's too fragile. So I'm going to have to just contend with it until, that's going to be my life.
Oh, do you have much pain associated with that?
Oh yeah, every day I wake up, I have it.
yeah.
Mm,
But
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay. You have to adjust and you learn what you can do and what you can't do.
Yeah.
And that's why making this dress is going to be a challenge, because when you bend over, the back goes up and the front goes down as
Yeah.
far as your hemline. So I'm going to have to adjust that possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, but making your own clothes would be the only way you could do that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why you don't wear a dress. I haven't worn a dress. I can't tell you. Oh, gee. Oh, my mother's funeral, 1994.
Wow. Well, this will be really a happy day when we can get you in a dress that you like.
But if I look in the mirror and say, yeah, that's why I haven't been wearing dresses.
But what if you, now with all your studies and the pattern, what's the name of the company again? It's so
AD?
simple. Which one? No, that you're using to
Oh,
create
the
your
Fit Nice one. The Fit
Fit
Nice
Nice,
one.
yes.
Mhm.
With all of that studying that you've been doing, what if you can pull this off and get the dress how you need it to be? I personally would love mine to come all the way to my ankles. I love long, long dresses.
I do
Maxie.
too.
Yeah. Because they say it's size for someone 5'4" and I'm 5'8". So
Oh,
I don't want to
uh-huh.
lose 4 inches. I definitely want to make it longer.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that with the patterns, a lot of them are short.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And B cups.
Yeah.
That will work for me.
Uh,
Do you guys want to see what the pattern looks like printed?
Yes.
yeah.
Do you sew clothes at all, Casey?
That's pretty much all my preference is to sew clothes. I only
Nice.
sew home deck and things like that when I have to.
Oh, how fun. How wonderful. Well, are you going to sew the Lisa with us, or are you just going to watch along and see how it goes?
I probably just gonna watch as we go because I didn't sign up for that.
Oh, and there's there's nothing to to sign up for, but we're gonna do it starting on Tuesdays until we finish. So tomorrow we begin, but we would love anyone who has experience to join
Oh.
us because right now 3 of us are directionally challenged. So so we're gonna need some of you more disciplined people to help us. But anyway, so I have mine printed professionally. I'm going to move the coffee out of the way. Wouldn't that be devastating?
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so, and this is actually the first time I've looked at it, so I'm super excited to see it too. Can you all see that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they give you the views, and then, now I can't see you, but it looks to be like these are definitely full-size pieces.
Mhm.
So that's the first page. So would you say that's like the bodice? It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the facing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facing.
Okay. Let me not mess it up. This paper is really nice and thick. But my
Oh.
fear is I'll give myself a paper cut. It's that.
Wow.
So I'm trying to be very careful. And then, no, this looks huge to me. This is a front skirt.
That's just half of it.
Yeah, that's just half.
Yeah. So, I mean, this would be way below my knees already. Because look, that's the top of my head.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
it looks like it would be.
It looks so big. Huh. Okay. I don't know about making it a 14. I think I'll be drowning in it.
I think so.
Yeah.
You said you wear a 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't make
I
a
mean,
14.
that
The
looks
thing with,
so
if you're going
big
by
to
your
me.
dress size that you normally buy, you really can't go by that when you're
No.
sizing your patterns. I usually am like an 8 in the stores, and I usually make a 14 in.
Oh,
so
you do?
Yeah, so
Oh.
yeah, don't let that measure yourself and then measure against the pattern. And
I did.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
and
They don't have
Casey-
any patterns that fit my measurements.
Oh,
Maybe take a shirt or something that you like that fits you well and lay it down on the pattern and see, just to get a better idea of what fits
That's
you. And then,
clever.
yeah, because
that's a
pattern
wonderful
sizes
idea.
means nothing.
Yeah.
Dress sizes means nothing. Switch from one brand to the other. It's all about vanity sizing. So yeah, just take something that already fits you well, lay it on the pattern and see if it, it looks like it might be good for you, and then go from there.
Casey,
Okay, so-
when you do a multiple size pattern, on your size, do you have to combine sizes?
Sometimes yes,
Yeah.
because I have broad shoulders, and so I have to kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
That
I
kind
have-
of makes it a little bit more intricate and
Yeah.
time
And I
consuming.
have scoliosis, so one side is sticks out a little bit more than the other.
Ah.
So on the bottom, I'll often, one side is one size and the other side is a different size. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this just would be one of the greatest rewards for learning how to sew clothes like that is you can make them just to fit your body perfectly.
yeah, And things like Elena talked about having that, her back being more rounded. All of us, because we're on computers and things, have that same thing. So what you'll find is
Yeah.
if you make an adjustment back here, you won't get the gaping, because it's really frustrating, especially on something like this. And if it's at a certain point, if it gets too high, it will gape back there. Design-wise, if it's lower, you won't notice it. But if it does come up like right where your necklace hangs, if that's where the neckline comes up, you might end up with some gaping. So you'll kind of check for that rounded. It's a horrible thing. It's this rounded back adjustment or something like that.
Yeah.
If you don't make that adjustment, you'll be frustrated with the fact that your dress sticks out straight up behind you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll fly away.
Nobody wants that.
No, it's horrible.
Okay, so we're thinking the logical step, Casey, and you tell us, and Kim, you too. Kim has a lot of experience sewing garments as well, is tomorrow to really just focus on reading through the instructions. And then from there, we can pick our next steps. So I kind of do think we're going to have to use homework, don't you?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to be able to cut this out together or do all of that, because we'll have to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so for tomorrow, we'll just read through the instructions, and I'm going to put my instructions on the iPad, and then I have the actual pattern so we can look at it. And then we'll pick one or two next steps, and I'll work on that in between our next time that we focus on it. And we have 3 opportunities to connect during the week, so we can kind of touch base on it on every call too, and just see what's happening.
Andrea, how much was it to have the pattern printed?
I think it was around, when it was all said and done, around $18, but that was because I had to pay a minimum. If I was having more things printed, which you could take advantage of that and get away from wasting that money if you have the 200 patterns. Because if you get 3 printed, you don't have to pay like that $6 or $8 fee for the minimum job.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have any other patterns to get printed, and I figured with this one, I like the dress so much, if I make multiples, I covered the cost.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you're going to save on Scotch tape also.
Yes, and frustration, because I don't like it when it rips. So, Elaine, I used PDF plotting, and he ships the very next day. So he was so fast. But now he's in Richmond, and I'm just a little bit north of him, but he uses priority mail. So, and it came in a really nice triangular box like this. Shipping was speedy. I'm thrilled with the quality of it. Like, to me, it would be a blast to have a whole bunch of these printed out.
Yeah.
Different patterns.
What is the name of him?
PDF plotting.
PDF plotting. Okay.
Yes. So I got lucky because I just Googled pattern printing and went with it. But he was really fabulous. Yeah, and the quality's super.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Thank you for the information.
Yeah, so this is our short chat. Does anybody have anything else they want to add before we say goodbye?
Andrea, you're not going to cut that pattern out, though. You're going to make, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the main reason why, like, silly Andrea would probably want to cut it out to save time. But the main reason I'm not gonna is I love how it looks rolled up. I feel like an architect.
Well, you are.
Sort of, yeah. So that's why I want to collect a whole bunch of these now, not as
Okay.
many as you.
So since you don't cut it out, so you have to trace that?
I
Yes.
was gonna, is that what you were thinking? Well, I mean, you could cut it if
Well,
you wanted.
I've never used one of those. I use commercial patterns, so I'm just trying to figure out.
So you do cut yours then,
Yeah,
right?
I buy commercial patterns, so I just cut mine out.
So
But
I
then if
feel
you're
like that's so dark. I think if I put tracing paper on that, I won't have any problems.
Yeah.
Right.
You
No,
can
you
get
don't.
pattern roll of pattern tracing paper. You can
Right.
use
Yeah,
there's a thing that you can get it like Joann's that has the grids on it. That's a thin,
Yeah.
non-woven material. And the nice thing about that is that it's
Mm.
easier to pin fit it to you, so that you can check for things like, is it gaping back here or whatever. So you just pin fit one half of it onto yourself, and you get a better idea of, is it going to hit your waist at the right spot and things like that. And then you can add to that easier than with paper. So
Mhm.
go for the
Thank you.
non-woven pattern stuff if you can.
and that's at Joanne.
Yeah, they have it at Joann's or I don't know about Hobby Lobby or any of those other places, but I know Joann's has that.
I'm going to make a sloper, and I'm using pattern ease, and it's so soft it drapes on you, and you can make your adjustments then. So I'm hoping that'll work.
Pattern
It's
Ease is a
Pattern
brand name of what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Can
Expensive?
can I find it at Joann's?
No, I don't
So
think so.
yeah, Joann's has a similar kind of thing. That it's a non-woven. It's usually in their interfacing section, and just tell them that you're looking for something to make pattern, from, and they should be able to help you out.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Kim, maybe you don't have to make adjustments, and that's why you can cut your pattern out without doing anything. And
Well,
that's
like I said, I adjust a lot of times on my mannequin, or I adjust
oh,
the pattern while I'm sewing it and stuff. So and plus I buy a couple of patterns because they're so cheap. So I'll buy 2 patterns. So
okay.
Yeah. And so if I don't cut this original, then I can make as many as I needed. So if this
Right.
first one doesn't go as good as I hope, but I'm
Mhm.
sure it's going to be perfect.
Of course.
Perfection.
take your time.
I will. And you all are going to have to remind me that no rushing.
Enjoy the journey.
Yes.
I like that. Enjoy the journey.
You know,
Because
Andrea, we can talk about pins, how you're going to cut it. Are you going to use a rotary? Are you going to use dressmaker shears? Are you going to, Casey, there's a whole bunch of different things that go into before you cut.
Yeah.
okay, so I am not going to make a single cut without first consulting.
What do you prefer, Elaine, to use to cut?
For straight lines, I always use the rotary with the ruler.
Yeah,
But, and I got that really tiny, small rotary cutter.
yeah.
It's only like, I got that one, but it
Yeah.
depends. Yeah. See, I haven't been making
fabric.
clothing. I do like accessories and crafty things, and
Yeah.
you can use anything then.
Right.
Yeah.
I still prefer when I'm using when I'm doing garment sewing, I still prefer to use dressmaker shears. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Sharp pair.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Maybe I'll treat myself to new scissors.
Yeah, they're important. It's a tool.
Yeah.
Like when you build a house, you really need good tools. So,
Get Kia or Ginger.
All right, I got to run to the Joann's.
have your coupon?
I will for sure get the coupon. Yes. Does anybody need anything? Wouldn't that be wonderful if we were all neighbors?
Oh, yes.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
So
It
fun.
would.
Okay. Well, you all have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning to begin.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.